Hey, Dr. J, I'm back again, and this time to talk about the activities that we were able to engage in on Big Island. So yes, we did take a helicopter tour over the volcano, the lava, and we were able to see quite a bit of the devastation as well as the lava itself. We also did an evening manta ray snorkel by the Sheraton Resort that I would recommend. In addition, we tried to do a kayak trip through the old irrigation ditches on sugar plantations up near Town. That was terrific. We did another day where we snorkeled at the Captain Cook Memorial during the day with the Fairwind, the boat called the Fairwind, company called the Fairwind. We saw all kinds of spinner dolphins, I would say, at least a dozen, maybe more. And in addition, wonderful variety of tropical fish, lots of good coral near that Captain Cook monument. We, in addition, on our own, rented a car and we drove up to the falls. So we saw the Rainbow Falls, the Akaka Falls, which has a very nice little hiking path around it. In addition, we stopped at a tropical botanical garden just north of the Rainbow Falls. On another day when we were up in the Kohala area, we went further north and we stopped at an old kind of run-down botanical garden, and that was kind of fun too, even though it wasn't as interesting and well kept as the tropical one. It had some gorgeous peacocks, some wild turkeys, the old home that people used to rent out for weddings, and just had a lot of natural beauty because it also overlooked the ocean, and the ocean in that area is really beautiful, blue and clear. Of course, we went to some beaches. We did Hapuna Beach on 2 different days, and it was outstanding on both days. If you're not a local, you will pay $5 to park and use the facilities at Hapuna Beach, but it's well worth it. It is a gorgeous beach because it's very shallow, aqua water, clear aqua waters, easy to body surf and do a little bodyboarding, and just a very easy, pleasant, all around breeze, gorgeous weather, and the sand is all soft and golden. So those are just some of the activities that we engaged in. We generally had a wonderful time doing all of those activities. So let me talk about the kind of most unusual, which was the night snorkel with the manta rays. So in this case, we went with a company called My Kona Adventures, and they told us if we paid cash, it would be $85 a person, which was better than paying $109 with the credit card. So we opted for cash. We stopped at the Bank of Hawaii and did our ATM. We went out with 6 people, myself, my husband, a family from Oregon, and their 2 little boys. The boys were 9 and 5. And there were, with our night snorkel, I think we started at 8:30. The water was not very cold at all. It was pretty pleasant, but all of us wore wetsuits because we weren't quite sure. The ride from the dock out to the Sheraton area took all of 5 minutes, but they did give us some training with what we would do, and it was easy to slide from the small boat into the water. We just went immediately and held on to a little platform that had lights. Of course, you need the lights to attract the manta rays, but all of us were able to get in the water. All but one of us had trouble. The little 5-year-old boy was afraid because the manta rays are quite large. Some of them have 15 and 20 foot wingspans. And so they were coming right up to us. As I said, we all had wetsuits on, but they were literally even rubbing against us. We could feel, we could feel their wings and all that. We did not touch them. We held on the entire time to our platform, tried to keep our arms straight. We had snorkel masks on. We looked down and watched them. There was a lot of light. Not only from the Sheraton Resort, there were also scuba divers beneath us with their own lights, and then our platform had lights. So it felt like, day when you're looking down. And the manta rays were absolutely gorgeous. They swim around to collect plankton, which in this case would be kind of really tiny shrimp, and that is how they feed themselves. And they were very friendly, very easy. They were literally kind of dancing and floating all around us. And I said it was a group of 4. One of them was a little smaller, maybe a junior size manta ray with a 12-foot span of the wings. But most were large and very, very easy to feel comfortable with. So that was about half an hour. After half an hour, we were ready to return. The little 5-year-old boy was crying and on top of the platform most of the time with his dad, but it was very pleasant nonetheless. And there were other groups out also on the night snorkel, so I'd say there were about 2 or 3 different platforms out there. And in addition, I would say another 3 or 4 scuba divers beneath us. So there was a gang of people, and we all seemed to be having a pretty great time, except for the boy who was afraid of the mouth of the manta rays because they have huge open mouths in order to collect their plankton, and they look like they're smiling and kind of just happy to be with human beings. And so there was no aggression whatsoever. But nonetheless, after half an hour, we all returned to the dock, and we weren't overly cold. It was pretty warm in the water, pretty comfortable to be in a wetsuit and swimming around. So that was great. As I said, we each paid $85 in cash and worked out well. The next experience was where we went up to, excuse me, whoopsie.